frankly, I do not believe that you did it for the money. You were making, the evidence showed, close to $2 million a year when
$2 million, y'all. This man was making $2 million. Yo, what is up? I wasn't even gonna do this story. Sorry, let me get this stuff out of the way. What's up is Make It Make Sense. We're here to talk Jussie Smollett, Busty Smollett, whatever they're calling him these days. Yo, I was not even going to do this story, but I went on Storm and Rose channel last night and they ate me alive. So we got to talk about it. So first, let me say hello to everybody. What's up, Homarty? If y'all didn't know, as Cromarty changed his name last night to Homarty. I don't know. Ask him about it. Hey, Renee. Only you. What's going on, Brandon? Hey, JP. Right. Renee has no filter. Oh, y'all, we're starting early. Y'all are choosing violence today. Right. How are we not believing his lie? What's up, Amused? Latanya, what's going on? Oh yeah, definitely hit the like button as you guys come in. That was a whole thing last night. People were not hitting the like button. What's going on, Kathy? Sorry, I got the wrong one. Oh, happy Friday. Happy Friday, Brandis. What's up? Free Jussie, free the gay Tupac. Y'all are starting early. Y'all are starting early. And I'm here for it. What's up, Miss Kiki? What's going on, Skull Lover? Did he fight back though? Hey, Veggie. Is it sad? Okay, I'm torn, so we're gonna get into it. What's going on, Princess, Patrick, Brittany, the Vegas girl, Rosie ETM? He lost control. Man. Okay, so we got to get into it, y'all, because we're here for a time, but not a long time. Couple things, little housekeeping. Yes, my mom is doing better. I've had a lot of support from people hitting me up, asking me about what's going on. It's still a work in progress. She's nowhere near 100%. And what this means is me and my sisters are going to have to start doing a better job and take on more roles. Like the other day, I took her to the grocery store. This woman is 75 and super independent, and she did not like that I was hovering around her. So we got to find a good balance. She does not like me in the doctor's office with her, but little does she know I'll be there in the next doctor visit to make sure the doctor knows what's going on with her. But thank you so much for the outpouring of support. I really appreciate it. And I'm finding out that a lot of you all are caretakers too. So, but back to Jussie, y'all. I don't know what the gay Tupac was thinking. I don't know. Let me stop playing around. I'm torn. So like I was saying, last night I was on Storm and Rose channel. Shout out to Storm and Rose. And I made some comments about the former president not having to testify and some of the insurrectionists. And I try to stay away from politics, but I just couldn't help it. I'm sitting here thinking, yes, Jussie was wrong, but so many people do so much worse and nobody is tripping on them. So why is it that this dude got so much or such a harsh sentence? I'm really torn. I do think that he was wrong. I do think that he was playing on the emotions of the American public, and he was trying to, incite some racial tensions. I don't agree with this at all. Things were going so crazy for us in America anyway that this was a step in the wrong direction. However, you got Jussie creating this lie, and then you have insurrectionists who got probation. Like, if one applies, then it should apply for both, right? If the insurrectionist caused what, 8 million, or I don't even know. They caused millions and millions of damage. 2 lives were lost, and they got probation. And the people who started it are refusing to even testify. So you got Jussie, who, mind you, I'm not team Jussie on this. I'm not team Jussie. I feel like this dude was acting. Now there's certain things that I'm not supposed to do and say, on YouTube, but we here now, so let's finish hearing what the judge has to say.
I do not believe that you did it for the money. You were making, the evidence showed, close to $2 million a year when this happened. I don't think money motivated you at all. But the only thing I can find is that you really craved the attention, and you wanted to get the attention, and you were so invested in issues of social justice, and you knew that this was a sore spot for everybody in this country. You knew this was a country that was slowly trying to heal past injustices and current injustices and trying to make a better future for each other.
Is this better, y'all? I'm telling you, this show is raggedy. I had dropped my earpiece, so if y'all can put in the chat if you can hear me better now. We're raggedy over here. It's okay. Les Marnie made a good point. We got Kyle Rittenhouse walking freely. It's okay. Thank you. Okay, I'm not putting this up, Renee. I'm not putting Renee's comment up, but it's a lot. We got another part. So AT2 actually did a live where he streamed the entire thing. If you want to watch the entire court case, go over there, check him out. But I just picked out a couple parts that I thought were interesting. So
throwing a national pity party for yourself. And why would you do such a thing? Why would you? I understand you crave the attention so much, but why would you betray something like social justice issues, which you care so much about? And the only thing I can conclude is that, and I acknowledge there are wonderful sides to you. There are very giving and charitable and loving sides to you, but you have another side of you that is profoundly arrogant and selfish and narcissistic. That's the only thing that can be concluded. And that bad side of you came out during the course of all these events.
Okay. I'm with the judge. Excuse me. There is a duality between people who fight for social justice and then sometimes motives get questioned. And in this situation, I definitely think all of the good work that Jussie did for social justice was somewhat negated because of this. So let's see. And then we got the last part.
I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal. And I'm innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What? This is acting. This is why I can't get with Jussie all the way. This was putting on a show. The whole thing was putting on the show. Putting the noose on and leaving it on was putting on the show. Name dropping all these people was putting on the show. I cannot get with Jussie playing with he's playing with us, y'all. I hope you see this. This dude is playing with us. He's still playing with us. And people, who knows who's gonna be playing with him in jail. I don't know. We'll just leave that right there. I will say that some of the stuff that he did agitated the hell out of me, especially the name dropping. So let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go over some of the merits, right? So Jussie Smollett, the former Empire star who's charged with faking a hate crime in 2019 and then lying to police about it, testified in his own defense. Let me put up. These are the charges. Telling police officer he was hate crime victim, he's guilty. Telling officer he was a battery victim, guilty. Telling detective he was a hate crime victim, guilty. Telling detective he was a battery victim, guilty. Telling detective again he was a battery victim, guilty. Telling second detective he was aggravated battery victim, not guilty. But by that point, he was guilty of so much other stuff that last charge didn't even need to be there. I don't know. Um I try to root for everybody. I can't root for this behavior, and I can't. He's not the gay Tupac, y'all. He's not even the gay Mace. I don't even think he would be the gay Milli Vanilli. I don't know. So let me go over some more of the stuff. I'm gonna drop the link. If any of y'all got some stuff to talk about, you can. Let's see. Exactly. So let's see. He says, now I'm not gonna front. Yes, I have met Jussie before. And he was a pretty nice guy for a celebrity. He didn't seem to have too much of an attitude or anything like that. He was very down to earth. Some of the other people that we're going to speak of, I do know them as well. And so that's why I'm telling you guys, he threw people's names in it that actually should not have been thrown in it. And I'm telling you that from a standpoint of somebody, like I said, I know some of these people. Smollett didn't trust cops. He said the Marshall actor told the court he would have never called the police following the alleged incident because he doesn't trust police as a black man in America. Furthermore, he said he hesitated over reaching out to the authorities over how it could impact his career. I want to play a boxer. I want to play a superhero. I want to blow stuff up. The moment I got beat up, I became a F word who got his ass whipped. These are his words, not mine. It says Smollett kept the noose around his neck on advice from his creative director. Now, this is one of the things I take issue with, and I do not believe it. I don't believe it. Smollett was still wearing a rope-like noose around his neck when police arrived at his residence. But an hour after the alleged attack, telling cops, "I just want you to see it." He testified on December 6th that he had taken the rope off after going back to his apartment, but decided to put it back on following the advice of his creative director, Frank Gaston. "Why would I keep it on?" Smollett said. "Frank told me to put the stuff back on as to not mess with the evidence." Why would you throw this man in it? If you don't know, Frank Gaston used to be the actual creative director for Beyonce. How would you go from Beyonce to Jussie Smollett? And I do know that they know each other. I do know that Frank was actually at the house that night, but I do not believe that Jussie was right in what he did. Then we move on to Don Lemon. Don Lemon told him police didn't believe his story. Smollett also mentioned in his testimony how he allegedly received a text from CNN star anchor Don Lemon saying he had received a text from Chicago police saying they didn't believe his account of what happened. This, Smollett said, made him uneasy about turning over his phone for the records. I don't know. I feel like if you got a friend and your friend is giving you some like advice under the table, why would you throw that man under the bus for that? Am I alone in that? Like, what would you do? Oh, what's up, Heart of Inspiration? Why would you feel comfortable throwing your friends under the bus? And I know for a fact, or let me say this, I don't believe Jussie, especially as it relates to Frank Gaston. And I really feel like just because your career got tossed up, flipped, turned around, and then, effed with no lube, you really want to take everybody down with you. And I don't agree with that. And I feel like it is for show, just like this.
I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal. And I'm innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
I don't believe it. I do not. What's up, Boo Boo Kitty?
What's up? What's up, Mims?
Are you Team Jussie?
I'm team confused as fuck, honestly, because I don't know what to believe with this. It's just a lot happening, but his display yesterday wasn't a big help at all. So
Mm,
I mean, honestly, granted, like I'm a common sense person. Like the optics, it looks like he did it. So let's operate from there. But I was kind of just not in the jailhouse. Question: is he in the same jail as R. Kelly?
uh, I don't know. You chose being messy today. I don't know if he's in the same jail.
I did not choose being messy. I was asking a legit question. I promise.
Okay, I don't know what jail he's in.
He's in the Cook County jail, but I thought that was the same one R. Kelly was in. But since R. Kelly has a harsher offense, he might be in prison.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're a black male.
Yes.
As a black male, do you feel like Jussie got a harsher sentence than somebody who would have committed the same crime that is not a black male?
Yes, I do. I honestly do. Because I feel like had Jussie been fully white, he probably at most would have gotten the probation and the fine. And the fine probably wouldn't have been as high.
Heart of Inspiration, I dropped the link. Come on up. Heart of Inspiration has all the inside dirt on everything. You guys,
She does. I love her.
If you're not following her channel, you definitely should be. She's very high vibrational, and my channel is very low vibrational. I'm down in the gutter with Mama Joyce.
Not Mama Joyce.
So if you want the polar opposite experience, definitely check out Heart of Inspiration. I don't know. I mean, look.
How do you feel? Do you feel like he would have got a lesser sentence if he wasn't black?
Definitely. I'm sitting here. I know it's not the same crime, but I can't get the insurrectionist out of my head.
Yep.
I cannot get the fact that these people tried to take over the government and they're getting probation. And this man, who, although he was wrong, although I do not feel like he's the gay Tupac, I just feel like he is misguided, narcissistic, and is a detriment to his own career. I do not feel like somebody who looked more like maybe Kyle Rittenhouse would have gotten the same sentence, period.
Agreed. I was watching a view about that the other day because they brought up that questions like, why are all these people sentencing so short, or it's not as major as it should be? And they're saying that they're like going, I guess they're treating this like, let's say if it's a drug cartel case where they're trying to get the person who was really behind organizing that, and that person will get the offense. But I'm like, even still, like they did something that had we done that, let's say if Black Lives Matter had gone on to Washington, D.C. and pulled that kind of stunt, it would have been a massacre of people and just blood all over the mall of Washington, D.C.
I just, at the end of the day, I'm a very moderate person in my thought approach. I look at all sides. I hate what he did. I hate that I know that he was trying to play with our emotions. However, as a black male, I do feel like his sentence was harsher than other black males.
Agreed.
I mean, than other
offenders who have done worse.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong. He did try to take down a lot of people. I think the district attorney tried to help him out too.
Kim Fox, yeah.
Her record is tarnished. Don Lemon's record is now tarnished because of him. Frank Gaston's tarnished. Like, who else was he going to take down? I think if he
Taraji had and Terrence,
he would have took Taraji, Terrence, Raven Simone, his sister, because you had her showing up to court with you knowing damn well you were lying.
And I noticed that she didn't speak like once the family came out because she was there. I saw all of his siblings were there, and Journey did not speak, but Jazz, his brother Jockey, and I think his older brother, I forgot what his name is. They all spoke. 3 of them spoke, and his grandmother.
No, I mentioned her last night, and they gave it to me on Storm and Rose channel. I thought that she had a job, but apparently she's not working anymore after Lovecraft Country
Ooh.
got taken off the air, and I think Underground is no longer playing either.
Yeah.
So
he messing up everybody's check at this point.
did you know this man was getting $2 million? Last time I had heard, they had to renegotiate the contracts because all three of the brothers on Empire were only getting $200,000 a season, even though they were getting like 17 million viewers every week.
You
So
mean
Fox?
Are you talking about like how much they're getting paid? Yeah, he was getting paid like $125,000 per episode.
Hey, Heart of Inspiration.
Hey.
Boo Boo Kitty watches you, and Boo Boo Kitty is low vibrational, just like me.
No, I'm not. I love Heart's Inspiration because she keeps it like above board and kind of just gives the facts without trying to get into somebody's behind.
He gets in people's behind when I'm on her channel.
Listen,
Jussie was getting into people's behind at that bathhouse.
listen,
They should have had
he
the
sure
jail to
was
come in
loving
with the
every
witness
second
statement.
of it. I'm not mad at him. Do you, boo? Do you? Let me tell you something. This is weird for me because all of these things are true almost at the same time. So I lived in Chicago for 14 years. So when I heard this monkey mess, and I'm in Wisconsin right now, there was a literal poll. Like, you did not walk out. You didn't want to look outside. It was so cold. That's how cold it was. So when he said that all this happened and where it happened, I'm like, too close to the lake. It's too cold. You up there, basically kind of close to Boys Town. In that area, it's that kind of stuff just don't happen there. It just don't happen. So it didn't make no sense. He shouldn't have got charged with 6 darn felonies. And I don't think so. I mean, you get charged with felonies for lying to the police. How many people lie to the police all the time that don't get charged with felonies?
Come on now.
Now, that's a problem for me. But I think they did that to him because even to the moment, I'm not going to harm myself. I was like, if you don't stop. I almost got in a car crash. I was on my way to go get my nails done. I said, if this Negro don't stop playing in my face, nobody's checking for you, boo. No, right? Like, this ain't you, my man. This ain't you, my brother. Like, nobody's looking for you.
Like that.
So, yeah. I mean,
Homarty is showing his face.
By accident.
I don't
Hello,
see
everybody.
why.
Hey.
See, he's a nice looking man. Why you not gonna show your face?
Because he's shady and he don't want to be he doesn't want
Identified like me.
I don't want the Kenya stands after me.
Wait, is Boo Boo Kitty Pearl from 227?
No. Well, yes, right now I am. Yes.
Wait.
You don't want the Kenyan stands after you.
Oh, exactly.
Oh,
So
well, I may or may not agree with you on that one, but we're going
She did a turn in her chair. She's like, no.
I can't stand that woman.
Corey also comes with facts too. She says that Journey still has some type of contract with Batman.
Oh yeah, she did the Birds of a Prey, that movie, as one of like the villains with Harley Quinn.
Oh, but that show is not getting picked back up again. That was the worst movie.
Birds of Prey was bad. And actually, I'm not going to hang with y'all too long. I'm fixing to go see Batman with my daughter right now.
Oh.
Okay, so guys, real talk. I posed the same question to Boo Boo Kitty. Do you feel like his sentence was appropriate, or do you feel that his sentence would have been less had he not been a black male?
Less, absolutely.
The
I don't think
latter.
it was appropriate at all. I mean, pay it back, pay back whatever. If you want to do that, pay it fine. Maybe probation at the most. I was shocked. I mean, and I don't know why I was shocked because I've seen it happen before in Chicago. I was just telling the story about I've seen when I lived there in the late 80s, throughout most of the 90s. I've been in traffic court and seen men who were, stealing shoes for their kids. Now, I mean, they were like $20 shoes. It was not like they were stealing Jordans, but they
Mhm.
didn't have any money to provide. Okay, so it is what it is. But I'd see them get thrown up underneath the jail, have to go for a year in county, and then Caucasian counterparts
Mhm.
who literally, I kid you not, this is serious. This man, I was sitting in traffic court. This man had automatic weaponry, stuff to make things that blow things up in his trunk. This has not been the first time he's been caught with this stuff. Do you know that judge, after he sentenced the father
To a
to
year.
a year, he let this man go home to his mama on an ankle bracelet and told him, "Don't be carting stuff around like that."
Wow.
Oh,
You could have
I'm
blown
sorry.
up the
What's up,
whole
Autumn's
place.
mom?
Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing today?
It's
Good,
been a minute. We
good.
didn't see you last night when we were talking about. We had an adult conversation last night about Instagram models, what they do to make money in Dubai.
I know I've been real busy
That's
lately, so I
right.
haven't caught anybody live. I've been catching all the reruns after the fact, but hopefully my schedule allowed me to run into I didn't even know you were going live. I just happened to come in and saw that you were on and was like, okay, let's see what you're talking about today.
I
Mm.
wasn't. They ate me alive in Storm's comments because I
What
was
did you
on
say
Storm.
on Storm?
I just talked about the correlation between Jussie sentence and the insurrectionists.
Mm.
Like, and how an example, there's thousands of them, and most of them got probation. Very few of them actually got time served.
Uh-huh.
So,
Oh,
you
that's
know,
not
Yeah.
true, dear. They just started bringing them up for trial.
I've
The serious
seen,
ones.
I've
Yeah.
seen, yes, though they took out specific ones and gave them actual sentences, but some of them, like the lady who flew there in the jet, she got probation. Those people that were involved, a lot of
Mhm.
them have gotten off.
Well, and so if I could say this, to my perspective, a lot of
Mhm.
what happened on the 6th is not that dissimilar to what, and and this is why I'll say that.
Mhm.
I have seen over the course of time people storm in there all the time. If you go back into the Capitol and protest and things like this, we've had similar things happen here in Wisconsin. If you go and look at a lot of the playways, they were being let in. Now I say this to say this: this Jussie should not have got no time. Period. He just shouldn't have got no time. He looked stupid. Anybody that believed him, shame, whatever. But he shouldn't have got no time. Pay back and leave it go. They had to make an example out of him. Period. Point blank.
If you don't know what she means by looking stupid, let me let you see.
I am not suicidal. Stop lying about facts. I am not suicidal. And I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
Bruh.
That's what she meant by stupid. And also because this channel is a mess. I saw this morning and I about died.
Oh gosh.
Why is Andrew Caldwell talking about somebody got what they deserved?
Ah,
Ain't that the pot calling the kettle?
Andrew Caldwell, I'm delivered.
Not the booty hole
I ain't gay
Baptist.
no more.
Oh my
The
God.
nerve,
am I
His
the
nephew-
only
the
one?
audacity.
Am I the
God.
only one that felt when Jesse started speaking after the sentence yesterday that there was actually something wrong with him?
Yep, I
Like
felt the exact same
mentally
thing.
wrong with him. Like
Hmm.
this isn't a game. There's really something wrong with him. I got embarrassed at the end with the raising the fist, this, that, and the third. And I wanted to do like somebody's mother and go up and just yank him down and be like, boy, sit down somewhere. But you couldn't. It was like, but to get to that point, there has to be something wrong with you.
I think narcissism
Privileged.
is his issue.
I think it's worse than narcissism. I think there's something like has not been diagnosed. This is my assumption, allegedly. I think there's something that has not been diagnosed within him that is causing him to behave in this way and carry out this lie for this long. To me,
There
Right.
is a
Crazy.
personality disorder, right? There is narcissistic personality disorder.
Correct.
It might not have been diagnosed yet.
Correct. And
And
I
he,
think that's what the judge was saying during his sentence. Like, you've been getting away with this pretty much all your life. And if anybody should have known better, it should have been you.
Yep.
But, and instead of that, you still chose to do this instead of. Now,
Yeah.
I do believe the judge went way too far and had way too much to say, and his
Mhm.
commentary wasn't
Mhm.
Oh, he
needed
wanted a
the
moment.
way, that it
He
was
did.
given.
He
But
wanted a
he
moment.
did say a lot
and
of
he
truth.
got the moment
A
though.
lot of
His
what
moment
he
was
said
good.
was true,
Hey,
but we
Corey.
really needed to come from him.
Hey,
Hey Corey.
It was a truth.
Really
It was
quick.
true.
Somebody made a point. Andrew Caldwell, I Am Delivered. He is going to be on Zeus Network. I might review one of those shows. He's going to be on the new Bad Boys Club, which
you
Lord
don't
have
pay for
mercy.
Zeus.
yeah, no, he's going to be on Zeus. He's going to be in the Bad
Yep,
Girls Club.
he is.
Natalie Nunn hired him.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we all know what she up to.
She's producing shows on Zeus, like Bad Boys Club. So
Oh,
the
so she's
reason
using that Dubai money to produce now, huh?
Lord have mercy.
Listen,
What
I ain't
Dubai
mad
money?
at her.
About how
Do
people
you
are
do,
making-
boo? That's I ain't
if you have
mad.
not checked out how Instagram models are making their money in Dubai, go to my video from last night. It is age restricted. It's 18. It's 18 plus because of the subject matter, but it was ridiculous,
Is
guys.
that bad?
It turned
that
into some
bad?
confessions.
It's
I
that
saw it
bad.
last night.
It was
I
it
fell
was a
asleep.
lot.
Damn, I knew I should have stayed up.
It was a
You
lot.
should have. And my mom's schedule changed, so I have to get up a lot earlier. And that's why I didn't call in or anything, because I was on my way to sleep, but I couldn't sleep.
Yeah,
So the reason that Andrew Caldwell made
was a
this
lot.
list is because if you don't remember, Andrew Caldwell got on the radio and said that he was actually dating Cordell Stewart at the time he was married to Portia, and then Cordell sued
There
him
you go about
for
Portia
millions
again.
of dollars and won, and then he had to go to work at Target. So
Ask
Those are
Cromartie,
all facts.
darling.
that's why he
We-
came up, because he shouldn't be talking about anything about
Ask
what somebody
Cromartie.
deserves.
Leave Portia where she in the gutter where she at, please.
In
Oh,
Nigeria.
Leave her,
and here
baby.
comes Cromartie.
Look,
Leave her in the gutter where she at.
Yeah, you
So
might be
Portia-
outnumbered because
Portia-
Portia been acting up. Portia, you outnumbered my
Portia's
brother.
a bird. You know, she's a hoe. She had to get her money the way she did. But I respect her hustle.
What?
I
Never
don't
heard her.
respect nothing about that. Oops.
Okay, so Corey,
Lord.
do you
Yes,
feel
sir.
like his sentence was justified?
I don't know. He's already paid so much, and he's already given money, like his lawyer said. But I'm just saying, the birds that attacked the Capitol, like everybody else has said, has not gotten what they should have gotten. But you know what, though? The reason why he yelled out, "I'm not suicidal," and all of that, the cops are after him.
Mm-hmm.
The COs, they're gonna be on his butt in jail.
Oh, that's a good
Listen.
point. I hadn't even thought about that. So you're saying
That's why he
he's
said all
putting
that.
it out there
because
for public
remember what happened to
consumption,
Sandra Bland, you know.
but he is nobody's Sandra Bland.
Thank
He is
you.
nobody's
Thank you.
Tupac.
Not even close. Not even
whatever he's
close.
at.
I know that.
Not the same zip code.
But that's the reason why he said that, though.
I'm mad that this boy went to court like this.
Oh my God.
Looking like,
dang.
where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
He thought that was fashion, honey.
The fashion
And
of
just
it all.
That is a
FYI,
Carmen Sandiego trench coat right there. Yeah.
I
In the
know that
shades.
this is not the brothers. I know that that's not the brothers because I've
Mm.
gotten it in the comments
Mims,
already. I
we
know
get this
that
coach
that's
from the
not him.
bathhouse.
Oh, those.
You got exclusive footage of the bathhouse when they were snorting the sugar booger
Right outside the brick
and touching
wall.
on each other.
Mims, you are messy.
It's Friday,
Yes.
so we're gonna have a good weekend. That's what that means.
Let me tell you something though. The
Make it make
COs
mess.
are not going to be after that man that bad.
I am
mean,
messy.
all the way. All the way. Listen, I'm with you on this one. He had to, my brother, the time for you to say something was prior to the judge going in the back and writing his soliloquy. That was your time. Your time to say something was when the judge came out and said, "Do you have anything to say?" That was your time. Miss me with the black power all of a sudden. I'm done. Ain't nobody looking for you. Ain't nobody trying to kill you. Stop it.
The Black Power.
Mm-mm.
Right.
Yeah, all that mess. Now
So
he
He
hard.
really
could have
I'm
left
hard.
that
do
out.
that.
He could have
I'm
left that out.
hard. I mean, come on now.
But here's the
gotta
thing,
stop
though.
it.
not only them, but like this is what his family has been doing their whole life. So it's kind of like he's playing on that social justice, that the optics of it to be like he's some martyr for Black justice. And it's like this is a case where it was like you got caught in something you weren't supposed to, and it's like you took a chance. You know how jacked up our justice system is, and you thought you would get off, and you didn't. But I actually had to ask this question because they did bring it up early in the case. His lawyer, didn't they find him not guilty the first time? How are they able? Isn't that considered double jeopardy when you can't try someone for the same crime?
They
Yeah,
charged
Brendan
him.
asked that last night.
Yeah, they charged him for something else. I think what it was is that I don't remember what the first charges were, but if you listen to that judge too, they were going to leave it alone until some ex-judge got her panties in a bunch and decided she felt so bad about what had happened that we had to string this Negro up. See, this is why I got a problem with it. I had a problem with him because he could have started a whole race war. Can we just be real about it? He could have started a whole race war over the fact that he wanted to get more money from Empire. Now, that's just it. There's text messages to prove that. But now you didn't do what you was, whatever, but now you're going to bring this man up on felony. It just gets me all the way around. They brought him on something else that they were able to do as a felony charge. And that's some BS to me. Like that's because
I was thinking, I was like, I'm like, technically it's illegal to charge someone again for the same crime if they've been acquitted. So I was very like, how are they able to do this to him?
Princess, the judge said yesterday that it was dismissed, that the charges were dismissed. So they never brought it to trial, is what you're saying?
I told her hop on. Princess is also in Chicago.
You know what?
She keeps her ear to the street.
She might be right. Because that was Kim Fox and all them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think she's right that they dropped the charges, so it never went to trial. So that's how come they could actually try him, because it's not double jeopardy unless you're tried.
Because Rahm Emanuel had a hard on for him.
In the situation that Kim Fox put herself in, you can't side on the side of a friend. She definitely should have, what's that term?
Recused.
She should have recused herself from even being a part of it. So if she had, dropped those charges, it may not have been legal in the first place for her to do it.
That was the big deal. That was thank you, Princess, because you are exactly right.
And that's why the special prosecutor got involved.
Yep, that's why they had the special prosecutor. I don't know, y'all. I think it's a whole mess.
I just find the reaction puzzling. A lot of people were so happy. I was like, why are you guys you guys are relishing in this man? I get that he lied or whatever, but oh Lord, what is that?
But let me tell you something. Back in the day when OJ got found not guilty, I ain't gonna lie, we relished it too. And we knew that man did what he did. So I can't be mad. Like we was literally hollering and screaming.
It's like one of our own got away.
My whole paralegal class was jumping up and down.
Man, I'm in Chicago and we all downstairs in the food court, like going crazy. You'd have thought that, Malcolm X had been resurrected or something, because we had lost our man. We was happy.
Wait, that he got off or that he got?
Yeah, he got off.
Oh, you talking about
it's the opposite with Jussie.
That was after Rodney King though, right? So we had just seen a travesty, and then that was not too soon after Rodney King, right? Like 91.
Correct.
Yeah, and that was 93, 94.
Yeah.
93.
Yeah. Yeah. But see,
that was 93.
Yeah, but for us, I don't know. I mean, Corey, I'm not trying to put an age on you, honey. But I don't know, for us, it was like we got so tired of seeing our man railroaded.
Yep.
And even though OJ hadn't been black in a very long time, if y'all know what I mean, yes, he came on home. They come home when they need it.
But even with that being said, is it not true? Those of us that gave him even probably more the benefit of the doubt than should have been allowed. Now, when you look at it, and if we tell the truth, we should have a long time ago been like, oh, he's guilty. But I think for myself, even if you were guilty and you got away with it and that would have been that, but you never learned to shut up. Go sit down and shut up somewhere. And I think that's the part that Jussie missed. You had gotten away with the case being dismissed, this, that, and the third. They offered you a plea, just pay this bill. I think at the time it was $10,000. He said, I'm not giving you a dime. Another Tasha K thing. And then now they brought these charges against you. Now, not only are you paying that $10,000, now you're going to pay $125,000 plus $25,000, and you're going to give us 5 months in jail. Sometimes you need to just shut the fuck up.
You're right. That was very Tasha K, Jason Lee.
Princess, are you gonna be our eyes and ears on the street in Chicago?
Good morning.
Good
morning. It ain't too much to do. I'm trying to be the eyes and ears, see if I can get on this R. Kelly case. But God darn it, the whole thing was stupid. Now the last, I'm finna call him Eddie Long, Eddie Kane. But the chief of police, Eddie Johnson, he even graduated from the same high school I went to. So he's like hood, okay? But what it was is they asked Jussie to apologize. And they said, we know you did it just a bit. Like, everybody knew it was too stupid to happen. Plus, it was 20 degrees below zero. Like, nobody was outside, sir.
Was the bathhouse open?
I think they was.
If it was, he should have been inside, not outside.
Because it was about 2 a.m.
You know that don't close down.
You live somewhere with a concierge. The whole thing was stupid. And they said, hey, just pay us our money for this investigation, sir, and we'll leave you alone. And he kept saying, like, I ain't do it. F y'all. And then he tried to sue the city.
That's right.
For the reparations of us insulting him as a city and coming after him and not believing his story. So they was like, oh, so that's oh, you serious? Okay, it was the narcissism. They was like, okay, we got you, sir. Well, you done got inside with Kim Fox, and she's gonna have a problem getting reelected into her position. It's election time, and folks is mad at her because she just dropped the charges, and it was obvious. It looked like it was. Excuse me, I'm over here eating breakfast. It looked like it was, special treatment, which is not uncommon in Chicago. But
Kim Fox kind of looks like Kim Burrell, don't she? A little bit.
I'm not messing with you, man.
It's like, you're gonna sit up here and play in our face. They was like, at least if you gonna get your special treatment, act like you got some sense and walk on, sir. But he kept running his mouth. And so they was like, all right, fam, let me fix you up real quick with this fraternal order of police and show you what we could do. So somebody was like, well, we could tell this is not right. So they got a special prosecutor in here. And again, they was like, just pay us our money, sir. And, we'll get up out your hair. He kept going public, talking about he was, the gay Tupac and got to doing extra. So they was like, all right, we finna put the hammer on you. So go ahead and do them 2 months max. Dude, he ain't even gonna do 2 months. But what thing is, I've talked to some people who've been in Cook County recently, and look, they say right now it ain't clean. Folks got COVID, they got rats in there, all of that. So these 2 months is gonna be hell on him. You could have just sat in the corner and ate your food, sir, and paid that money. But now you got to pay the money and you got to do the time. It ain't worth it.
And his career is over.
Yeah, he just a couple of days ago petition the court to have the case thrown out on the merits of the fact that he didn't get proper jury selection, I guess, abilities for his side to pick the jurors. And why would you do that before your case, the sentence came down, when you knew it was a matter of days? You should have waited for the sentence and then filed that paperwork. I've never seen nobody do that days before you knew your sentence was coming down. His arrogance got him in jail. That's what it is. Because
He got the
there's
Tasha K
plenty,
lawyers.
right? And there's plenty of
Olga.
people, part of inspiration, not just insurrectionists, that have lied historically during trials during the past. For one that
Oh,
I
absolutely.
believe of comes to my mind quicker than others is Casey Anthony. She was on trial for killing her daughter. That chick lied up and down. Now, granted, at the
Casey
end,
motherfucking Anthony.
yeah, she got off and they couldn't prove that she killed her daughter. But what was true, she did take the police officers to a house and said, "This is where I dropped my daughter off at a babysitter's house," and come to find out that apartment had been for rent for months. You didn't do that, ma'am. You lied. They had her take them with her to show them where she worked. She took them all the way to Disney World, walked down a corridor to an office she supposedly worked in, and finally turned around and said, "Oh, my bad, I don't work here." She lied over and over and over and over again. At the end of that trial, I thought they were going to bring her up on lying to police officers. She could have been charged with that, and they let her walk. Now, I was outraged over that, but it happens every day. So we'll be sitting here, talking till doomsday about the injustice on how we're unfairly sentenced and how we get judged harsher than others. But if you know that going into the situation, why do you add more fuel to your own fire? It makes no sense to me.
I'm with you on that. And Casey Anthony, she got a whole new face. She's a whole different white woman now.
Didn't she change her name too?
I don't know if she changed her name, but it would only make sense. Why not?
Can I post something to the panel, everybody? Now I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I don't actually believe what I'm about to say, but I saw it in a chat, and someone was basically saying that around this time that his attack happened, Kamala Harris was like putting up an anti-lynching bill in the Senate for it to be lynching to be considered illegal. Do you think possibly why he's so tight-lipped about stuff is that maybe this goes a lot more deeper than what we think it does, and it may go all the way to Washington?
No.
I don't think he had a direct shoot.
No, they just passed that bill.
I don't think he had a direct shoot to Kamala Harris, but maybe he had some inside knowledge and was going to play off of it. I don't put that past him.
Right.
He's just stupid. That's
Who's
all.
high?
I don't think it went all the way to
Them designer
DC.
drugs.
Yeah. No, I don't believe that. I'm just putting it out there like that's just like a conspiracy theory thought.
It's plausible though.
Yeah.
Can I answer a question to Keisha E? Yes, Kim Fox is the same. She's been the state's attorney for some years now. So yes, she is the one that is over the R. Kelly and open back up the call line for any victim. The state of Illinois now has no statutes for assault. So if somebody did something to you way back in 1992, you can sue them and they can go to jail.
R. Kelly going under the jail.
Yeah.
None of that Tasha K lied mess is going to help him get out of jail. He going under the jail.
But not for nothing, that jailhouse choir gonna sound real good when he's done with them.
The what?
The jailhouse choir. He gonna be the choir director in jail.
Oh, I thought you said something completely different.
What you thought I said, man?
He just won't be able to write the music because he can't.
No,
he can't. He can't.
I thought I was like, I already got one live that's 18 plus. I don't need another one. So Gabor said that he doesn't think that his career is going to be over because black people are very forgiving. But I don't know that his fan base is necessarily black.
But Hollywood's not.
Yeah, exactly.
And black people are not forgiving. Where is Chrisette Michelle and Kim Burrell? They're not forgiving. So, no, especially when it comes to gay stuff, they're not.
Rihanna's gonna drop her album before before Jussie has another acting gig. You gonna wait on that?
He might well come over here to YouTube.
High key,
Monique got a better chance.
I'm not doing this with you today.
But he's not asking for forgiveness. That's the problem. He hasn't humbled himself to say he's done anything wrong. So I don't know how soon his repentance is gonna come.
I just want him to have fun in jail. I don't want him to get hurt. I just want him to have fun.
He's gonna have fun, all right. Just not the kind of fun he want to have without his
got
permission.
5 months. He's supposed to be the black Tupac. He could do 5 punk behind months.
Nah.
Is it 5
Not
months
in no Cook
without?
County. Cook
Is it
County
5 months
is.
without the ability for him to get off early with good time? Like,
Not
is
for a
that
short
possible?
sentence like this. I don't think so.
I think he gonna
He
get
could
out.
probably
Everybody
get
gets
out,
out.
yeah. And with
Everybody gets out.
COVID and other circumstances, and he's gonna be in the county jail, not a prison. And I get it, that one's supposed to be a bad one, but man up, pull your skirt down
Who said
and
that?
do
Who
it for
said
5
that?
months.
Not pull the skirt down.
Now he gonna
Who
run the
said
jail.
that?
He said pull the
The
skirt.
Oh,
county jail is they gonna get him. He better hope they don't take his booty hole. Let
Oh
me tell you
man.
something. Ain't nothing. He not
probably hopes they
affiliated
will
with
take
no
it.
gangs. He don't have no allies in these streets.
but he was acting like it. All those wolf tickets he was talking about. Oh, I fought. Everybody need to know I fought. All right, keep that same energy. Go do your little 5 months and see us when you get out.
He ain't fought them
Mm-mm.
people up here. And this is Chicago. I don't know what that L.A. fighting. Excuse me, fighting in the bathhouse with
He's
a
originally
Look,
from
towel.
New
Last
Jersey.
time was
That's not
Suge
where he
Knight.
finna be at. That's not where
They
he finna be at. They don't care nothing about no empire and none of that. Them is trustees. He better hope he get a friend and that he can keep everybody with cigarettes and commissary. They probably gonna have to put him in
Yeah.
protective custody.
let's think about it. You know they're gonna have him in protective custody. So all of
Absolutely.
this is a mute point anyway. They're not even gonna put him in general population.
I
So
don't
That would
he's
be
know.
gonna,
worse.
Do they
Wait
have
a
the space to do that?
That would be worse
Maybe
if he's
that
in
job
some type of.
that jail is overcrowded. It's a fact.
yeah, and they don't need the headache of something happening to him in the lawsuit that will come behind it. So he's gonna be the most protected person. Not to say people aren't gonna be showing their behind and maybe giving them their behind the kiss, but as far as him getting hurt, I don't think that's gonna happen.
You act like Chicago cares about stuff. They don't
They
care.
don't.
No.
That's what I was going to say. He not gonna be in
Savage.
protective custody. He gonna be in gen pop.
He
Yeah.
probably
And the
gonna
Y'all
be
way
mean
the
to
sleeping
tell
in
police,
the
me that
cot in the corner. You better hope they give him, because if they give him a room, they're gonna be like, "Well, I've been here for a year, and you get oh yeah, they're gonna beat his ass." So
Well, you know what? I guess at the end of the day, it is what it is. If he got to go in with General Pop, then keep that same energy is all I gotta say. Keep that same energy. Whatever you were saying before, keep it. Gay Tupac. Let's see it.
He's
Let's
gonna be
see it. You got
crafty in jail.
5 months. 5
Yeah.
months. Cry me a river. 5 months. Come on. I
He's
know
gonna be
he is
people that
crafty.
get
gone.
real bids. Like, come on. 5 months. Go sit down somewhere.
But I think the reason why maybe some people might be concerned about it is like, even though it's 5 months, what he did and how he tried to put himself out there and what he's like, oh no, I'm like, I fought back, I'm the gay Tupac. I think some people will have a problem with that and they will make an example, be like, you got beat up? You sure you got beat up? We'll show you what should have happened to you.
Uh-huh.
Right, and when he come out, I bet you he'll think twice before he pull another stunt.
Oh
He
man.
really does need to get his ass bust by somebody. Like, realistically talking, he needs to get his behind bust because that was not funny. It was not funny, and you still talking. So whatever happens at this point, it's gonna happen. Something needs to humble you. The judge didn't humble you. The court case didn't humble you. Maybe the brothers inside will humble you. Something needs to humble you because you are just a walking distraction at this point, and you could have got a lot of other people hurt. So good luck. See you in 5 months.
I do think he needs to be like psychiatrically
Evaluated.
evaluated because I just like, to me, I have a hard time just believing.
Oh wait, hold on 1 second. So Deb, I got
All
a
right.
super chat. Thank you so much, Wendy. I
Not
appreciate
Debo.
it. She says Jussie went in as gay Tupac, but he's gonna come out as gay Debo.
Oh
Dang.
God. From that movie, right?
Yeah. From
Oh, no.
Friday.
Wendy, you just as messy as me. Thank you so much for supporting this busted
See,
ass
I was thinking of the
channel.
movie Lockdown.
Okay, I'm sorry. What were you saying, so Deb?
Oh, I was just saying, because I just don't understand why he would risk all of this. Just for, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my brain, I'm thinking like something else has to happen. I feel like maybe Todd set up the scheme to come through with this bullshit, because why would he risk all of his whole career on this lie? There's something that really has to be wrong.
Well, I think his
There's
career
drugs
was already
involved,
on
like designer drugs, hard drugs that are
his
involved,
career was
according to the
already on
text
a
messages.
decline. Just to be honest with you, Empire was coming to a close, right? The ratings
Yeah.
weren't what they used to be. They had to fight really hard to even get an increase from $200,000 when the ratings were great. Lee Daniels had been fucking him over. So what else was he gonna do? He was doing like little small things, but he had a Pepsi endorsement, but there wasn't really much else. That album, I don't think ever came to fruition.
No.
So what?
Well, Mims, I do have a little bit of insider to that. So the day he got
married people.
No, the day he got attacked, he actually came to audition for a Broadway play, for a lead in a Broadway play at my former job, and he was going to be playing the lead in that play. But then once this incident happened, they let him go, and another black actor came in to his place.
Playing Suge Avery in The Color Purple?
No, there's a play on Broadway called Take Me Out. It's about a gay baseball player, and actually Jesse Williams has the part now. And it just started. So it's funny. Jesse Williams from Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, and if you guys think about it, actors always have times when they're working or not working, uptime, downtime. The show Empire might have lost a lot of viewers, but the stars, be it Cookie or Lucius and Jesse, all of them still had high accolades. And I don't think that it would have been hard for them to transition into another role if Empire went down. This was pure stupidity and his brain, the grandiosity, thinking that he wanted to be admired. That is so debonair, yes, a sign of mental illness with the narcissism, and it does need to be treated because you just can't go around inflicting that kind of harm on people. I feel sorry for his family because I'm embarrassed for him, and I don't even know him like that. So I can only imagine the people that really, really believed in him, how they have to be feeling right now, because it's sad to watch. It really is. But whatever happens at this point, because they tried. Say you're sorry, pay a fine. No, I didn't do it. And y'all are going to do this and y'all are going to do that. And just his grandness and just refusing to just back down. It's disturbing to watch.
And
it's upsetting me and my homegirl.
I think that has a lot to do with maybe how their careers have gone as well too, because they were really like child actors and actresses growing up, and then they were gone for a long time. And then he got a job, and then Journey got a few jobs, and then so maybe it was just he wanted to figure out how to stay in the limelight. But the first thing that I did think about, I ain't gonna lie to you, was, dang, that's gonna hurt Journey.
Well, Journey was the only one working, though. Actually, Journey never stopped working.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I think because she was when Lovecraft Country was out at that time. And
she's the reason why Lovecraft Country didn't get picked up. The showrunner couldn't stand her.
Really?
Yes, it was known. Her and the showrunner could not get along. There was the same showrunner from Underground. That's why Underground went under, because of Journey. And they couldn't get along, but she knew Journey was the only one that could play that character.
Wow.
And then
I don't know that I agree with that, Corey. I don't think that a showrunner would allow the cancer of a franchise to then come onto their other show.
You have to listen to the Lovecraft Country podcast. It was said, the showrunner said it. That's why she hired Journey, because she knew Journey was the only one that could embody that character that she played. So I'm not speaking out of turn. You have to listen to HBO Lovecraft Country podcast.
Okay, I'll definitely do that because I love the show. I was really upset that it went under.
The book's better though.
Princess, is she still here? Princess is muted.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so you're in Chicago. I want to know what people on the ground are saying. Is it as big of a story there as it is everywhere else?
I mean, it is. They do a special report and everything, but it's big. But it's kind of like, yeah, okay. It's like, yeah, look at the clowns clowning again. That's the way most of us feel about it.
Have you been in Chicago all your life?
The majority of my life, 80% of my life, I want to say, yes.
So do R. Kelly be around like they be saying all the time at the
Oh yeah,
McDonald's
I
and
have a
stuff?
whole video on that.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I got another super chat. It says, considering the judge stated on the record the fact he committed perjury, he should thank God and that judge for not giving him 5 years minimum in a state prison. Perjury under oath is no joke. Thank you so much for supporting my raggedy ass channel, Wendy. I appreciate it. And I agree. Perjury is no joke. I just think that I feel like the sentence, he was making an example out of him. And I'm really torn because part of me believes he deserves it, and the other part of me believes that his sentence would have been lighter if he was not a person of color.
Well, let's
No,
just also think about this. Didn't a lot of these judges get appointed by Trump before they went out? And even if they weren't, a lot of them are Trump supporters. Trump said from the Oval Office that he was a cancer and something needed to be done about him. So, once again, when Jussie took his behind to that court and decided to still show out when he knew all of this stuff, you done put a whole MAGA hat on top of you. You done
Trump
tried to
also
act.
said that his daughter was really pretty and he would date her if it wasn't his daughter.
And
Just
50%
throwing-
of this country believes him. That's my point. And 50% of this country believes him. So you know when you take your behind to a court and you're going to be judged, what you're up against. That's my only point.
wait.
That you made enemies of a lot of people in a lot of places, and you cast the whole thing. You done anybody that supported him, if they had a red hat, now feel some kind of way. Now they didn't know who you was before. Now they know who you are. So when you get sit down and chastised like your 2-year-old, and it was embarrassing to watch that man talk to that black man in court like that. But at the end of the day, you put yourself in that seat to have to sit there and be ridiculed like that. You did that to yourself.
Let me say something. Yes, Chicago is a very racist city. It is very interconnected and tied up. But they're trying to make this about race, and it wasn't about race. He even pissed the mayor off, the chief of police. These are black people. This went beyond race. This went like, oh, you gonna embarrass me? Oh, you gonna embarrass me? That's it. He could have gotten, I think they said at least 3 years.
5 years.
So they've been talking back and forth for the past couple of months and saying, oh, he's probably going to get a slap on the wrist. He's probably going to get a slap on the wrist.
Bingo.
He did get a slap on the wrist because they kept playing with him. Had this been anybody else, this case probably would have been closed by now. It was the insult to injury for everyone. Like when I get my little 2 cents, you know, that grandma coming up there, that was a Karen to me. Y'all trying to use white privilege and black privilege all at the same time. You could go to hell, ma'am. This was not about color. This was not about class. This was about that you're an asshole. And that's purely it. Like they gave him chance after chance after chance. We know you over on the north side in the bass house doing crack. The people
Oh
on
my
the
God.
set. You know, there's another content creator that worked on the thing. She's like, yeah, we kind of knew it was him. You know, he kept trying these people. Like when you get a hand of service from the people that are connected in the upper levels and the upper rooms and at the tables, especially in politics in Chicago, you need to take them. They're good at you wash my hand and I'll wash yours. He could have slipped somebody something under the table. It was the fact that he got out here in public acting a damn fool. He did that to himself.
Yeah.
And so he's not even from here. So you can't do that when you not from here on top of it. So that was also like, oh, okay. So you just think you're gonna come in our city and just do what you want to do because you was on the show? No, sir. Go sit your ass down. That
Well,
was
it
just
did
like
work
quit
with
playing
Kim
with me. That's
Fox.
all that was. That was a whooping.
It did work with Kim Fox. I'm not saying that he did not deserve time for perjury. What I'm saying is I do feel like people have flipped their nose at the system many times, people that don't look like me, and have gotten away with it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't know all the statistics, but I'm pretty sure that there have been people, i.e. the former president, who refused to even give a testimony and told his children not to do it as well. And it's for the most part, it's just kind of floating in the
Right.
ether.
People
That's
with
all I'm saying.
privilege, and Jesse
Hold on 1 second.
doesn't have
I
privilege.
just want to talk.
Mhm.
I got another super chat. Thank you so much, Evangelist Val. She says, "Hey guys, love the panel. Jussie could have gotten worse. He behaved badly. Period." And that's fair.
Mhm.
Listen, TMZ just updated. They said that Jussie Smollett held in protective custody while serving his 150 days.
Wow.
Okay.
See?
So he's gonna be even crazier because he's gonna be in solitary.
That's
He's
what
gonna
I'm
be in
saying.
solitary. And that don't mean won't nobody get to him, because them people still pay cigarettes and pay them COs off. If he don't do what the COs do, they might let somebody do something to him. So that's a farce still.
1 second,
Princess,
Princess.
the most he's gonna get is a
hold on 1
buck
second,
50.
Autumn's mom. I got another super chat or super sticker. Thank you so much, Coco Side TV. I really appreciate you guys supporting my raggedy ratchet ass channel. I really do.
Stop calling it raggedy.
I'm laughing every time.
It's raggedy. We were talking about human porta potties last night, so who knows?
And camels.
So I'm sorry, Autumn's mom. What were you saying?
No, I said I'm not saying nothing's gonna happen to him. At the least, the most he might get is a buck 50, and that's it. But he'll live to tell another day.
So guys, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up. Did you have any final thoughts?
I just can't wait till the Law and Order SVU episode of this comes out. The tell-all book.
Oh, yes.
I want to honestly hear what Taraji thinks of this, because I know she feels some kind of way, but I think she's just playing it good for her friend. And hopefully he comes out on the other side of this and does better. I really hope he
Taraji
does.
had a hard time.
I don't think he's going to do better.
Chloe stole Lamar from her, and now Jussie then got locked up.
And that's her baby.
Ain't none of them from Empire been the same since. Hakeem then is hitting women. Terrence then lost his mind. Taraji
Trey hasn't worked since he did that show.
Sheesh.
He done messed it up for everybody.
Who do we get? Princess Sodeb, y'all got any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, y'all, let me tell you. I support a lot of different people.
Otis, and get the hell out of our town. Go back
I
to
support
LA
this
where
guy.
you from.
He was on with Busy, and let me tell you guys, the other night, I will be in people's chat trolling, especially if I like you. Princess, same deal. I was in Sodeb and Busy's chat, and I made a comment. Sodeb was caught off guard so much, he literally had to get off camera. So definitely check out him and Busy's lives. If you want to troll them like me, you're more than welcome to do so. I won't mention what I said, but
come on, Mims. It's Messy Fridays. Tell the people.
Princess, what were you saying?
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. You can get the hell out of Chicago. We don't got for you, sir. I hope he don't keep playing like that whole, I'm not suicidal. Cook County is not the jail where they do those type of antics. You better watch out for Tyrone and Ray Ray. That's it. And the Aryan brothers is there, and they probably gonna be on the other side of the jail. So,
how tall is Jussie?
Yeah,
he's 6 feet.
I'll do the news later. Ain't nobody thinking about him. He did that to himself. F this man.
Definitely check out Princess's channel. She does daily, I think you call it 50/50 news.
Yep.
She goes in depth. She'll probably do a full actual breakdown on this. If you guys have not checked out my last video, it was my first adult only video. It was a lot last night. We went over Rihanna. We went over ASAP. We went over why Rihanna is shading Kendall Jenner. Then we talked about, I don't know if I should say this. We talked about human porta potties and what's going on in Dubai and how the girls are making.
Oh, I get it now.
Yes. Scat for coins.
I get it now. Ew.
Oh yeah. It came up because Natalie Nunn was talking about how much money she makes in Dubai. So I don't know. I'm not saying that that's her situation. I'm just saying that there's a whole situation.
Wait, Mims, can you put that back up? Her chin looks
They over here prosecuting?
It's the one on the right, right?
Yes.
Smoke.
Right. No, Mims, don't she look like the superhero father from The Incredibles? No, she looks like that superhero from Fairly Odd Parents, the Chin Wonder or something, whatever his
I
name.
was
The
thinking
Crimson
Thomas
Chin.
the plane,
Crimson
the train.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely check out that live from last night. You will have to sign in and let YouTube know you're 18 years or over. It was adult content. We had a bunch of confessions. The live
Mims.
went everywhere. What's up?
Mims, are you saying they was prosecuting over there in Dubai?
So that's the thing on my channel, Princess. I always say I don't condone or condemn. I know that that's the oldest occupation in the world. So I just want to hear people's stories. The reason it came up was because the girl who fought Tommy Sotomayor was on Tasha K talking about girls getting pooped on in Dubai. And so I just I put two and two together with Hazel E and then Natalie Nunn. And I was like, wait, something's a little weird. And then I just looked it up and it's a whole thing. We're not going to go into it on this live. Check out that video. Just make sure you let YouTube know you're 18 and over.
Is that what Phaedra was talking about, the Dubai date book or something like that?
The way what?
Remember Phaedra said something about the Dubai date book to Kenya in one of those episodes?
I don't know that
Kenya.
Phaedra should be talking about anything because she was sleeping with Apollo in a halfway house on the air
I see
mattress.
Kenya in Dubai.
No, Phaedra was saying something about check out the Dubai date book or something like that.
That was what she was talking about, but we don't have Kenya slander on this channel.
Yeah, I don't do Kenya slander, but I know she said it to Kenya.
Mims, I think that's also did you ever watch 90 Day Fiance? And there was a girl on there called Brittany. It was 90 Day the other way. She went over to Jordan to meet her fiance Hazen, and she started talking about the Prince of Jordan at the time and saying that a lot of women go over from Miami and stuff and they do things for things. Did you hear about that?
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Okay.
Shannon Van actually had me reach out to that lady. I might be getting an interview with the woman who fought Tommy Sotomayor, the one who knows about it. She's an Instagram model. I don't know that this will be a series, but again, my channel is gonna be stuff that I think is out of the norm, stuff I've not heard about, like dropping it low for Jesus. Now we got
make it a series.
Potty.
Yes, debauchery in Dubai.
I'm just trying, right? I'm just here to make it make sense, and I think that y'all were into it too because that chat was lit. So.
I gotta check it out. You know, YouTube was lit last night because everybody was live last night.
Right.
Jussie that set the world ablaze.
I wasn't even gonna do Jussie, but the people in Storm and Rose chat let me have it, and so I was like, no, I'm gonna give my rebuttal because I got a channel and I can do that.
Mims, I have another show suggestion for you. You did one on the mistresses, and I suggested one time, I said, okay, well, you wanted anybody that had been a mistress to tell their story. I said, well, what about those that got caught as far as who caught their men or their men with another woman or vice versa? That is something, those stories I think would be more hilarious than the mistresses stories.
I have put the word out. I said, if you then caught, in fact, we did a little bit of that last night on the live, but if you then caught the mistress, let me know, DM me, make it make sense now on Instagram. I want all the stories.
And it's not just the ladies now. You got to get the personal trainers that be in Dubai. They be doing the same stuff.
It's not just the ladies. If you have a story and you want to tell it, do it. My half the time my shit turns into confessions. Shit that I didn't even expect and turns that I didn't expect. So thank you guys so much. I'll be back on Sunday night to do my live after show for Candy and the Gang. If you haven't checked out the show, it's pretty good. Even if you don't like Candy, and Bertha is on it, and that's really all that matters.
Yes, I'm Bertha.
So again, Deb has a channel and Princess has a channel. Please drop their links in the chat. Princess, I think, is doing a little bit of Jussie today too.
Yeah, you know I got to touch him a little bit in celebrity news.
You touch him
so Deb going live?
You might want something real quick, Mims?
What's up?
Make sure you guys join. Make sure you check out me and Busy's channel. Either one. We're going to start reviewing this book. This whole got roped in her crib.
He wants me to read that with him.
What's it called?
This whole
I'ma read
broke
it.
in her career.
Wait, we can't.
Oh,
It's a Quan Mills.
Look, I just listened to the auto
Okay.
book about she got one that said passes like the P too.
yes.
And,
Yeah.
and it's real deep, it's real ghetto, it's real ratchet. I'll send you the link so you
Grandma
can listen
scary.
to it. It's like 2-3 hours long.
What is it
I've
with
gotta
peeing
finish.
and pooping on people? Come on now.
Look, I don't know. Oh, really quick. I'm doing something. I'm doing a collab tonight, you guys. It's going to be, I'm not going to lie. This dude is not messy, but we're going to get messy. It's a collab with this guy named the Real Estate Insider. I'm going to post it on my channel a little bit later once I send him the picture for it. We're talking about people's houses from Married to Medicine. So we're doing a versus Heavenly to Mariah.
Did she
But
pressure
y'all-
wash it yet?
Huh?
Did she pressure wash her house yet?
She did pressure wash her house, but y'all, that's not even the half of it. We got tea on Mariah. She may not have the money she professed to have, and he has receipts. He was talking about it, and I was like, "You don't know, you just dropped tea and you being real messy." So I'm in.
So that
that'll
beautiful
be
house
about-
on the lake isn't hers?
I'm not saying that. You got to watch the show. It's going to be, I think, 8 p.m. Central, but we're going to be doing a comparative analysis. He's going to be professional. I'm going to be shady. So
Mama
Make it
Lucy
make
name probably
messy.
on the deed. Mama Lucy name on the deed, y'all.
What was it? Chateau
Lake.
Thelma?
Chateau
Lake.
Thelma. We got more Lucy.
Isn't that her sister's name too? Lake. I was getting
Lake,
confused. For a
yeah.
second.
Lake and Lucy. Lake and Lucy on the deed.
Actually, it's Lakeisha. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. This was really good. I appreciate everybody who came up on the panel. This was a mess like normal. So say bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.